everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ask Jade. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about why verbal agreements can cost your business. So in Illinois, which is where I am based, though I do certain things nationwide, in Illinois, oral contracts are legally recognized and enforceable. So you can have an enforceable oral agreement. Yet, oral agreements, as we know, can pose significant challenges, particularly in business disputes. So, written contracts or written agreements provide tangible evidence of the agreed upon terms, right? Where oral contracts rely on verbal communication, and so they're just inherently more difficult to prove and enforce. In order for an oral contract to be enforceable, just like a regular written contract, it must satisfy certain elements to be binding, and that's offer, acceptance, consideration, and mutual intent of the parties. So, for instance, if two parties verbally agree that one will provide construction services in exchange for payment, and both act in reliance on that agreement, such as performing the services and making payment, that is a binding oral contract that would exist under Illinois law. There are certain laws in Illinois as well, such as what's called the Statute of Frauds. So this goes to safeguard against certain transactions. So certain types of agreements must be in writing to be enforceable. An example is a sale of goods over $500, an agreement that cannot be performed within 1 year, and any real estate transactions. Those must all be in writing. And I mean, oral contracts are just more susceptible to ambiguities and misunderstandings. Courts are going to look at the actions of the parties to determine the terms in order to enforce an agreement, the performance of the parties, the reliance on the agreement, the consistency of the parties' actions with the alleged terms. So oral contracts, while they can offer flexibility and simplicity and allow you to reach an agreement quickly without formal documentation, and this can be great in certain time-sensitive situations in low-risk transactions. However, the lack of tangible evidence increases the risk of disputes and makes enforcement more challenging. So while oral contracts can be binding, written agreements are almost always preferable, which is why you should always reach out to an attorney to help you, such as myself. So again, I'm Jade Carpenter with Zeidman&Carpenter. Feel free to reach out with any questions you might have, and I'll see you next time.